Aluminum frame member supports a Kevlar cover provided by DuPont to protect the drivetrain from the radiation that you experience once you're outside of the Earth's atmosphere. And it just looks awesome. It's got oversized wheels and tires, you know, clearly on the front and back. But you would straddle it like a motorcycle. Very long wheelbase, they said, the length of about 8.5 feet, battery range of about 70 miles with a top speed of about 10 miles an hour.
Well, I see your poll about men crying all over the place, and I raised you a urination in the shower poll.
Oh, okay.
2020 survey by Showers to You found that 76% of people go pee in the shower. And now a doctor has a doctorate in physical therapy, Dr. Alicia Jeffrey Thomas, says that she has real reasons why you should not let loose in that shower. Your urination.
Okay, what is it?
Does everybody have to urinate right now?
No.
Oh. I'll tell you when we come back.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to try to find the commercial, also the Brazilian commercial, where they tell you to pee in the shower to save water.
Absolutely.
We don't have to be that adamant about. Okay, I get
You're in there already.
It just feels like you're really invested in whether or not people are urinating in their own showers.
The drains go to the same place.
Gary and Shannon.
Killed two birds with one stone.
Just a moment. We'll continue with Strange Science. Layla Muhammad has an update.
The Dodgers are on the brink of elimination in the National League Championship Series. They lost 9-2 to the Braves in Game 4 last night. Game 5 is set for tonight at Dodger Stadium. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says he will call state lawmakers back to work early to pass legislation to stop COVID-19 mandates enacted by businesses. And that wildfire that burned 346,000 square miles near Lake Tahoe is 100% surrounded. We're checking out traffic next. IQ Air has a simple mission. They don't want you to have to smell your coworkers.
Man, they have developed the Autumn series to do just that, prevent the olfactory assault from coworkers.
John and Ken love this because they used to come in here after, I think it was when your wife made us Christmas cookies, and they came in here and we had been eating the cookies, and they said, "What is that? What is that? What is that? Smell is that sugar?
What is it, brown sugar and vanilla? Yeah.
Unlike other air filtration systems that may take hours to purify the air in a room, the Autumn Desk begins working immediately.
It removes ultrafine particles from your personal breathing zone. It's compact, it's portable, and it's going to fit on any desktop.
Like if we left a dumpster in here, they would have had fewer complaints.
They are both Oscar the Grouch. Designed in Switzerland and manufactured in Germany, game-changing technology has been proven to remove 99% of all airborne pollutants.
We've been using this, and it works fantastic, the Autumn Desk. Visit iqair.com/US to learn more. Give them a call, 800-500-4AIR. That's iqair.com/US or 800-500-4247.
Anthem Blue Cross and Heart of America are helping schools across the country increase their access to healthy food. Learn more at anthem.com/CA/Sparks. Anthem Blue Cross is the trade name of Blue Cross of California.
Partly sunny out there, temperatures in the 70s and 80s. This report brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross. Let's check traffic right now. We have a problem on the 605 in Industry.
605 northbound side as you're approaching Valley Boulevard. That's where the carpool lane is taken away, and things are pretty jammed up coming away from Peck Road. Heading into Culver City, southbound 405 at Venice Boulevard. That earlier crash was cleared from lanes, but you're still seeing a backup from just before Sunset Boulevard, and it stays slow on over to about Howard Hughes Parkway. Northbound side, and that's going to slow down as well from Century, and that stays busy off and on over to about Getty Center. Things are going to slow down if you're heading into Santa Ana. You got roadwork northbound 55 in between Dyer and Edinger, where the carpool lane is coned off, so things are slowing down right there at the 405. And it's going to be slow through Garden Grove, eastbound 22 from Harbor out to the 57. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Jay Oakley.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Is finding the right candidate slowing you down? Cut straight to You're Hired with Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates all in the same place. To find your next great hire, visit Indeed.com/credit.
I will give you $1,300 off LASIK. This is for you. Only for KFI listeners from Dr. Charles Manger at Saddleback Eye Center. I'll give you a certificate. $1,300 off LASIK. and I can only give away 10 of these discount certificates to 10 KFI listeners who call now and schedule a free LASIK exam. The number is coming in moments. You must be sick of hearing your eye doctor, or maybe several eye doctors tell you that LASIK won't work for you. You go see Dr. Manger. Whether you're nearsighted, farsighted, you have astigmatism, or you just wear reading glasses, Dr. Manger can help you. I had 3 eye doctors tell me I couldn't have LASIK. They were all wrong. I'll give you a certificate, $1,300 off LASIK. You must be one of the first 10 KFI listeners to call now and schedule a free exam. You ready? Call 866-559-4444. 866-559-4444. 866-559-4444.
Wealth is about more than making money. It's about making the most of life's possibilities. At Edelman Financial Engines, we believe that's key to taking your wealth potential to the next level. That's why we model over 38,000 investments across 17 asset classes monthly, so your strategy is current and focused on the goals ahead. That's why we don't use cookie-cutter strategies, but a comprehensive, tax-smart, cost-effective, and personalized approach to wealth planning. That's why our advice is powered by a sophisticated investment management approach that's been awarded 12 U.S. patents. And that's why our experts help coordinate every facet of your financial life. Wealth planning, investment management, estate planning, insurance, and more. For more ways to take your wealth potential to a new level, call Edelman Financial Engines and schedule a free, no-obligation meeting with an advisor today. Reach us at 833-PLAN-EFE or visit planefe.com.
Call Service Champions for their $88 professional AC tune-up at 833-777-7777.
Ask the right questions during open enrollment to make sure you stay healthy in the year ahead. To ensure your Medicare Advantage plan includes access to PIH Health doctors and hospitals, including PIH Health Good Samaritan Hospital, be sure to ask, will I get access to PIH Health hospitals? Can I continue to see my PIH Health doctors? Visit pihhealth.org/Medicare or call 888-365-4450. That's 888-365-4450. 888-365-4450.
AMCO presents Bet You Didn't Know.
Bet you didn't know that your car's transmission is made up of 800 pieces. Also, bet you didn't know that AMCO's fixed over 40 million transmissions, and that AMCO offers a nationwide warranty.
Are you still driving around with that check engine light on? AMCO will read and report the trouble codes on your vehicle for free. Call them today.
That's AMCO, AA, MCO.
Most Californians live within 30 miles from an active fault, and earthquakes can happen anywhere and any time in the Golden State. So, do you know how to protect yourself when an earthquake strikes? Make sure your home, workplace, school, and community are planning to practice how to drop, cover, and hold on during the Great Shakeout. This is an important safety drill. Learn more at shakeout.org. Shakeout Day is October 21st.
Well, I think she likes the attention. She's excited that she's so relevant. That's right, people reacting to me. Meantime, Elon Musk, who surely is a genius, is just getting out of the state. They can spend all their day on Twitter. Meantime, he's a multi-billionaire, and he's gone off to Texas. John and Ken, weekdays at 2.
He's building space rockets. You're on Twitter.
On KFI.
Gary and Shannon, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. You know, we didn't need to see that, did we? The House voted today to hold Steve Bannon, a longtime ally to former President Trump, in contempt of Congress. He defied a subpoena from the committee investigating the insurrection at the Capitol. Now the U.S. Attorney's Office decides whether to prosecute. You're just speechless, aren't you? I showed you those videos. You're a changed man.
I don't know what... You learn so much about someone on their Instagram account, don't you?
You sure do.
The Dodgers have turned in their lineup for tonight's game.
Oh, tell me more.
Mookie's in right, Trey at second, Corey Seager short, Will Smith catching, A.J. Pollock in left, and it looks like Albert Pujols gets the start at first with Chris Taylor at third.
Interesting.
And then Cody Bellinger in center. Yeah,
Interesting.
batting eighth. All right, in the middle of strange science, we do talk about every once in a while old stuff, like we found a crab, 100-million-year-old amber. They found what they believe is the oldest crustacean ever. They found an ancient dog-sized sea scorpion unearthed in China. But in all honesty,
the urination story
this is what's blowing my mind here.
Absolutely. So there is this doctor, Dr. Alicia Jeffrey Thomas, and she is going to die on the hill that is this. Showers are not the place for pee. She says she has legitimate health reasons why this is so. Now, 76% of people pee in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Jeffrey Thomas, who has a doctorate in physical therapy, told her 400,000 TikTok followers back in April there are two main reasons why urinating in the shower is not a good idea. Number one, the first reason applies to everyone and cites the famous Pavlov's dog experiment, in which dogs are conditioned to associate various stimuli with getting food. So
you ring a bell, you get a dog treat.
Exactly. There you go. So she says as humans, we are essentially conditioning ourselves to associate the sound of running water with needing to urinate. That was the egg that came before the chicken, that we started peeing in the shower, and that is why when we hear running water, we feel the need to urinate, not the reverse.
Okay, let's go back to our anthropological... Let's go into the past. Wouldn't it make sense if you were a cave Shannon running around in the caves and stuff?
Yeah.
The best place for you to urinate would be close to running water, right? To help it dissipate it away from your space, your cave space.
Well, I just make sure not to pee in my cave.
Right.
But that's my house.
That's true.
You know, so you gotta... But...
I mean, maybe you live in a nice neighborhood and there is running water, and that's where you go.
I believe that in my head, whenever I talk about peeing, like right now, I have to pee, despite I just peed. But
like right here?
No.
Oh, you mean
like a half an hour ago, like 20 minutes ago.
Not in that chair.
But see, it's just talking about it.
Well, and maybe that is her point. You're right. She says there's a Pavlovian response. We will all condition ourselves so that when there is running water, we could, and then, we could have to go, or at least think we have to go. That if you do have to go and you're holding it in too much, you could cause some issues.
She also says there's another reason. That people with vaginas can't fully...
I'm sorry, time out.
She doesn't say women, because you can't say that anymore. Because some people may identify as having one, I think, but they don't.
No, they have one, but they don't identify as a woman.
Oh, right. That makes more sense, doesn't it? People with those...
I don't know what you think you see, but...
But it's huge. But can't fully relax the pelvic muscles when standing up. She says even in the Captain Morgan position with the leg up.
And you had to ask, what is the Captain Morgan position?
And then Jacob acted it out.
Yes, thankfully.
For about a minute and a half.
That means that people would have to push past this barrier to urinate when they're standing up, and that could cause some problems in the long run.
I see. So you're weakening your pelvic floor if you have a lady part. By, like, forcing it out instead of sitting where that's your natural pee state.
Yeah, from a pelvic floor perspective, says the doctor, the position for peeing in the shower is not conducive to pelvic floor relaxation. AMAB bodies have the prostate to support the bladder.
So I'm not doing my bladder or pelvic floor any favors when I'm peeing in the shower, because now I could just pee anywhere as the years go on.
Well, and the difference between
AMAB
and AFAB, as well as people who have had affirmative surgeries but do not have the same level of support for the bladder. AMAB being assigned male at birth, AFAB assigned female at birth, and those who have had the affirmative surgeries can then do that. She says regularly going just in case essentially encourages the bladder to empty at a much lower level than needed. Hovering over a toilet would be similar to standing in the shower, means that muscles won't be relaxed and the continence mechanism has to again be pushed past and messed with.
It's different when you've spent over a decade as a reporter Because you'd never pass up a bathroom when you're a reporter because you may never have access to one for like hours. So even if your bladder's not full, you go to the bathroom. I guess I've just trained myself to go to pee when there's a pee place available.
Yes,
You
but
may
I
not
would
see
say
one
that
for a while.
You also have the benefit of going. I mean, here it's not like you're out in the real world.
But when
again,
we were
right?
out
but
in the
when we were out
field,
there, yeah.
Yeah.
My son could go for days without urinating.
Really?
When we would go on a road trip or something like that, we used to call him the camel.
Yeah.
Because he just wouldn't.
I
You
was
have to
that-
go.
I was
We're
like
all
that
going
all the
right
time.
now, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
"Nah, it's fine."
So what's his water intake like? Did he get enough water?
Probably not. Does anybody get enough water? We're gonna need a llama wrangler to move the llama for John.
Don't knock him over. He's just John. Holy
You
hell.
clearly have not spent a lot of time around llamas.
Yeah, don't hand this man a baby. Good Lord.
Were there a lot of people lining up to give John their baby?
I don't think so. Did your wife even allow you to hold your own babies? Very rarely.
You know, she's the one who accidentally flung the baby across the room once.
Well,
she got up her knee, hit a coffee table, and and we were overfeeding him, and he landed right on his belly and bounced. So he was okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. What's coming up?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
That's okay.
Let me see. Nah, really. Nothing good. Maybe tomorrow.
That's the best tease I've ever heard.
You guys are doing a bang-up job producing the show. That's,
Good job, Ray Lopez. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Stay dry, everybody.
Blessings.
Well, goodbye. And don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven, because it hasn't.
Gary and Shannon. If you find a smart device that can't play KFI,
Sorry.
maybe it's time to replace it.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Small record. I'm Deborah Mark, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. LA is now home to the largest tiny home village in the nation.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Councilmember Kevin De Leon has cut the ribbon at the new Arroyo Seco Tiny Home Village in Highland Park. He says the village is about restoring hope to people whose lives have been shattered
by mental illness, addiction, domestic violence, institutional racism, foster care, violence, war, and quite frankly, all of the above.
The village will provide 117 housing units and 224 beds. Move-in starts November 2nd in Highland Park. Blake Trolley, KFI News.
California wants to ban new oil and gas drilling within 3,200 feet of schools, homes, and hospitals to protect public health. The governor's office says exposure to oil drilling sites leads to birth defects, asthma, and health risks for kids, among other things. The proposal to ban new drilling is part of Governor Newsom's effort to end oil and gas extraction in the state by 2045. Existing wells would have stricter regulations. Huntington and Laguna Beach have passed anti-drilling resolutions.
The resolutions are in response to an oil spill earlier this month. Surfrider Foundation's Bill Hickman says the Huntington Beach resolution calls for a permanent ban on new offshore oil gas drilling and similar exploration activities.
Laguna Beach takes it a step further while they are looking for a ban on new drilling and existing drilling off our coast. So that's really one of the strongest resolutions that we've seen across the state.
He says the city resolutions, which passed this week, are not legally binding, but send a message to state and federal leaders to cancel any existing leases and permits and oppose anything new. In Huntington Beach, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
Millions of people across California have taken part in an earthquake preparedness drill. People were told to stop what they were doing for 1 minute and to drop, cover, and hold on during this morning's great shakeout.
Drop to the ground now. If you're standing during a large earthquake, the ground might jerk strongly and throw you down. Take cover under something sturdy to protect yourself from objects being hurled across the room.
The U.S. Geological Survey has estimated that there is a 31% chance of a magnitude 7.5 earthquake or higher hitting L.A. in the next couple of decades. Oh, lovely. The House has voted to hold former Trump advisor Steve Bannon in contempt of Congress for defying a subpoena related to the January 6th investigation. Committee Vice Chair Liz Cheney, who's a Republican, argued they should not let Bannon get away with ignoring a subpoena to find out what he knew about the attack on the Capitol.
That puts this institution's authority at significant risk, not just here and now, but in all future investigations.
Some Republican lawmakers argue Bannon was a private citizen who took part in a legal political protest. Former Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel has denied taking part in any cover-up of the fatal police shooting of a 17-year-old in 2014.
The Inspector General, a special prosecutor, all looked at what happened in the events afterwards. And nobody suggested or concluded that anybody in my office or I myself did anything improper.
He spoke during a confirmation hearing on his nomination to be U.S. ambassador to Japan. He defended his administration's decision not to release video of the shooting while it was being investigated, but did say he should have pushed for more meaningful reforms before the death of Laquan McDonald. Emmanuel's hearing yesterday happened to be on the 7th anniversary of the teen's shooting. We have a crash on the 91 in Long Beach.
91 freeway eastbound side, right there at the 710. This crash is taking away the carpool lanes. Things are pretty heavy coming away from Central Avenue. Meanwhile, it's going to be slow on the 105 east coming away from the 405 to Crenshaw. And then again, patchy up ahead from Central Avenue on over to Lakewood Boulevard. Getting into Industry, northbound 605 approaching Valley Boulevard. Still got a crash in the carpool lane, so things are going to be pretty tough there coming away from Rose Hills. Also a slow ride coming out of Hollywood. Southbound side of the 101 from Hollywood Boulevard over to the 110 freeway. Heading into Santa Ana, northbound 55 in between Dyer Road and Edinger. Looks like Caltrain's still working there in the carpool lanes. Things going to be pretty slow from Baker, and it stays pretty slow to McFadden. And also seeing heavy delays on the 91 West coming out of the Riverside stretch from Van Buren over to McKinley. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Jay Olin.
Attention savvy investors. Are you looking to hedge against inflation and receive steady monthly cash flow? How about the safety and security of a real estate investment without the hassle of being a landlord? Maybe you should cash out of some stock market risk and volatility and take some money off the table. Instead, receive 10% annualized monthly payouts with bonuses targeted to 21%. NRIA is an industry-leading real estate development firm in its 15th year constructing strategically located, lower-risk, high-demand properties in unique neighborhoods based on supply-demand imbalance. Call 800-800-1414 to start your due diligence. A great fit for safety-oriented investors desiring monthly cash flow and diversification into carefully curated real estate. Learn more about the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
And offer of securities is only made by the NRIA private placement number and blue deferred. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Don't miss Hulu's new original series, Don't Stick, an investigative thriller from executive producer Danny Strong. Discover how one company triggered the worst drug epidemic in American history, and they tried to cover it up. Watch how it all began in the boardrooms of Big Pharma, ravaged small-town America, and made its way to the hallways of the DEA. The series stars Michael Keaton, Rosario Dawson, Peter Sarsgaard, Caitlin Dever, Will Poulter, and John Hogenacker, and Michael Stuhlbarg. Watch the first 3 episodes now and catch new episodes Wednesdays on Hulu.
The KFI Financial Report brought to you by Bay Alarm. The Dow closed down 6, the S&P 500 up 14, NASDAQ up 94, and the average price of a gallon of regular gas in California is $4.53.
Bay Alarm security systems can change with your business, so you're right for now and ready for the next.
Southland weather from KFI. Sunny tomorrow, highs mid-60s to low 70s for Metro LA, upper 60s to mid-70s in the valleys, low 70s for Inland OC, low to upper 70s in the IE. Right now, 74 in Tustin and 64 in Laguna Beach, 79 in Fontana, and 76 in Van Nuys. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Deborah Mark.
31% chance of a 75 earthquake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or larger.
Or over the next 20 years, though.
Okay, well, still.
It's the John and Ken Show. John Cobell, Ken Champo, KFI, AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Which raises the question, what were you doing at 10:21 this morning?
At 10:21?
Yeah,
I forgot about the earthquake drill.
Well, then you're not really a believer.
No, I am a believer,
You're a
but I don't want to think about it. No, why do I want to think about dropping and hovering and holding on?
Because this is your drill, you're supposed to practice.
Well, maybe I think about it every night, and I just didn't, I forgot in the morning.
What's this about?
It's the earthquake drill, the great
Today was the earthquake drill day, and
I missed this.
Because the date they picked is October 21st. You get it? They did it at 10:21 a.m. Oh, very cute. Right? Yeah, that's really cute. And that's when Deborah Mark was supposed to get up and practice.
I practice other times.
What are you supposed to do? Run around in a towel?
Disney. Only when there is an earthquake. Next time I won't be naked.
I noticed too when you read that, your voice got louder, like you were some.
Oh, she was getting agitated.
I was.
Yeah, you can see her. Like in the next